When you're talking about fear, it's so interesting because what is fear? Sean Foyer, Universal Mindset Disruptor here. And this morning, I actually just got done with a hot yoga class. And as part of the class, the instructor was talking about fear. And as human beings, how many things we fear and how we try to avoid fear. And really talking a lot about the ways to almost come to it, to adjust to it, to feel it. And I love the class and I love the words, but I was really thinking about it. And my understanding, the work that I do with Bob Proctor's material, that I've learned with Jack Canfield, fear is not real. Fear is a vibration that's caused by our nervous system that creates an emotional response. And as human beings, we respond to emotional responses. When we feel joy, when we feel fear, when we feel these things. And so I want you to think about, and this is how I've approached it, fear is not real. The danger that's causing the fear might be. And I've used that to overcome, we call it the terror barrier in so many areas. You know, if you've got a situation, you think some people are really afraid of spiders. And you look at spiders, most spiders are harmless. So they're afraid, they jump, they scream, they send adrenaline, cortisol through their body because they're freaking out. The fear isn't real. Before the pandemic, actually most people, all of us before the pandemic, we weren't afraid to breathe outside. Now post-pandemic, 3 years, there's still people wearing masks outside. Now the air we breathe is as safe today as it was prior. There was some danger. COVID was a real danger, but the fear that was instilled is not real. So I want you to think about in your life right now, what are you succumbing to and being afraid of that's just an emotional, and a lot of times, one other thing, this is important, it's your subconscious mind's job to keep you safe. So it's going to flare up and make you feel fear even when it's not a real threat. So when you feel the fear, stop, analyze what is causing this. Is it real? Is it true? Is it mine? Having this conversation with my loved one, with my child, with my employer, with my employee. What am I afraid of? Worst thing that's going to happen is maybe it'll go south and we'll have an argument. Best thing that's going to happen is we actually resolve things and move on better. So think about one thing right now, one fear that if you analyze it, broke it down and realized it wasn't true and stepped through it to the other side would free you. When we're talking about fear, this side of fear is bondage. This side of fear is freedom. Step into freedom. Don't be afraid. Be aware of danger. Be smart. Don't live in fear and anxiety. Go out and have an amazing day. And as always, enjoy the ride. It's a good one.